Thank you, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, maybe I will start introducing ETSI, and after I will give I will take this 5 minutes. I will take even 1 minute only. I will give more of the time to Michael because I think that is more interesting what he can say. Also, because as a technical expert, I just want to let me try to share my screen. Just 1 second. You know, I am a technical officer of ETSI. ETSI is one of the European standard organization and recognizes to produce the harmonized standards. The harmonized standard that give also the presumption of conformity to introduce the product in the market. But we produce a lot of different type of standard, and we are, let me say, impact not only in Europe but globally. Indeed, we have more than 900 members around the world. Indeed, these members are coming from 65 countries in 5 continents. And we are inside of our structure, we have different committees, different projects, different, let me say, related to different topics. One of for this webinar, one of the more interesting technical committees is related to reconfigurable radio system, RRS. And you can see also, I am sharing here our website. That means all the attendants can visit our website and see what are our project, our groups, etc. Okay, and also there is also the contact, etc. Also they can. Our standards are publicly available for free. That means also they can download the standard when they are published. And well, before was cited one of our standard. This standard indeed is created by this group, Reconfigurable Radio System. Okay, inside of this group there is at that time there is 3 subgroups. Now I invite for this webinar the acting chairman of this group, this Michael. Michael is the chairman of this technical committee, but he's also the chairman of one of this group inside of this technical committee. This group is also leading exactly with the LSA, and this is the reason why I invite him, because I think that it's better to have the voice of one expert. Okay. However, I am here also to, in any case, if anyone wants to know any information about ETSI, about our committees, our standard, I am available here. In the end, you have also here, you can see our contact also in our portal, and you can contact me or you can contact my colleagues. Okay. Now, maybe I will dedicate more of the time to Michael. Okay.
Thank you very much for the short notice invitation. So I'm very glad to tell a little bit about RS and LSA. So I'm the acting chair of RS and chair of the working group 1 since a long time. And as a matter of fact, in ETSI RS, we have developed or specified the specifications for LSA, and also for a newer version, which is called Evolved License Shared Access. And I will tell you a little bit about this eLSA also. So ETSI TCRS is responsible for standardization activities regarding reconfigurable radio systems. So this includes things like software-defined radio, cognitive radio, but we also developed specifications for TV white space and many other related things. So what the kind of our work is that we are looking what are the requirements coming from users, from operators, from manufacturers and others, and also we are looking into research. So there was a long time liaison with European research project, which was, by the way, led by a colleague from Aveiro. And we took many of the results of these research projects into our specifications. And we want to do this also in the future. research projects and also trials like yours in Portugal are very important to find the right way of working. So what is eLSA? There was some demand coming from verticals who want to use LTE and 5G private networks, and they need to use spectrum sometimes in specific locations and for specific times. And for them, LSA seemed to be quite interesting, but they needed some specific enhancements. And that led to our work on eLSA. So eLSA delivers now a flexible generic technical framework for demand-driven spectrum access. It relies on the framework for LSA. It is radio technology and frequency agnostic, and it's tailorable to support different national spectrum access frameworks. So it's quite open for many different users. And by the way, PMSE was one of the main drivers of this project. So I don't want to go into details of LSA. This is well known to you, and we have seen it in the earlier presentations. So eLSA adds some additional possibilities like local area licensing and local area leasing, and some more flexibility in the use of LSA. So working principles, it's a sharing framework built on LSA principles, sharing arrangements, rule sets. It's as close as possible to LSA, so to use these synergies, but it evolves the existing LSA technical work to many local licenses. So it introduces allowance zones and secondary licenses, additional spectrum via leasing. And by the way, LSA was only for a certain specific spectrum specified. That was also some requirement coming from the operators. Now this eLSA is open for any frequency. It's not limited to any spectrum band anymore. Okay, so that was my short notice. And by the way, you can find all the LSA specifications and eLSA specifications on the ETSI web server by just searching LSA. So it's very easy to find all these specifications. And maybe I should say a little bit, because there was this question, why we do not, or why development seemed to stop at some point in time. As a matter of fact, there was some wording from the operator. So at least in the beginning, when we started with LSA, they didn't really like this idea. So this has changed a little bit in the meantime. So what really we need is the demand coming from the users, from the operators, and also now from the verticals for LSA or other kinds of spectrum sharing. And then I think also the companies will give you the right products. So I know that the companies are working on it, and there are some prototypes and some solutions. But of course, companies the manufacturers need the demand coming from the operators and other users.